I don't know what to do without P-Bat here, Sam.
Who's P-Bat?
What? Help me. Oh, he's still here.
Oh, I guess I should
Okay.
put a tweet out. Sorry you guys get to hear it. Oh, god damn it. I
Nice
misspelled
clicking.
podcast. I'm sorry, what do you want from me, man? Someone buy
You
me
need to get the silent clickies.
I could change the keys out on it, though. But that would be too nice. Throw a tweet out, you losers.
Where is your tweet?
I just
No,
tweeted
don't-
about cum.
You did?
Tweeted about cum.
No, you didn't. I don't see
Yeah,
it.
there it
It was
is.
like 10 minutes ago.
Sweet, green arrows.
You
Yeah.
tweeted about cum. P-Bat, I'm scrolling through your Twitter feed and I see no cum. Oh, wait. The cum is on me. Anytime you tweet, I just let it rip.
Jesus Christ.
Stop.
What?
Stop.
Stop what?
That
Stop.
was that was pretty bad, Sam.
What? Don't call
Grow
me
up.
Sam. You tell me to grow up? You
Yes,
make your
that's
money off
exact-
Minecraft!
Well, now I do.
Now you do. Yeah, I noticed you've been playing it more.
I'm playing that, and I've been playing League of Legends more for some
I
reason.
know, and you ignored me straight up yesterday.
Ignored you?
You poker faced
Oh
me.
yeah, no, you sent me a message. I did like I don't.
I know you
like,
were playing.
read messages on. I don't read messages on League.
I'm just saying, like, when we play, though, we, like, hard carry. Remember ADC Ari? You killed it.
Yeah,
don't.
I did.
Oh, you do remember. Thank God.
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
God. Actually, I have a friend who works for Pepperidge Farms, and he's, like, sells to stores. He's, like, distributor, kind of, a rep. I don't know what his title is. But he goes from store to store, like, selling the shit. And he always has extra shit. And anytime we have a party, he brings goldfish, Milanos, those fucking cookies named after cities. Like,
Do you tell him to bring Cheez-Its instead because they're better than goldfish?
Cheez-Its are better than goldfish?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I'm with you on that. I opened a bag of goldfish on Friday, took a couple of them, I was like, I don't want these. And I threw them out because I'm millennial. We are wasteful. We are millennials. You guys eating anything good lately?
I had these really good like they were like I don't know what they were. They're like chicken. Okay, so like chicken spring rolls, but they're like they have like sweet corn in them and some kind of
I'll
sauce.
never say sweet corn.
Why?
I hate that term.
Do you? Why?
It just
Like,
sounds so disgusting. I don't love corn in general, but sweet corn sounds disgusting.
I mean, I
You
I
sound
guess
disgusting.
I don't know where this is coming from, but you know,
So,
I guess.
Anyway, tell me about this sweet chicken corn.
I don't know.
shit.
It's got like cheese and okay, corn. I'll just say it's got cheese and corn and chicken, and it comes with like this real Dijon dip.
Wait,
really,
some
really
Dion
good.
dip?
Can you stop slandering me?
Ah!
You had to have seen that one coming. Like,
Come
I
on.
know. I always get that. Fucking with Dijon mustard. I get this all the time.
You should be prepared for it. That's like I can't say slather without people going, "Oh, it's you." I mean, they're both verbs that just sound.
I mean, to be fair though, you have kind of tried to make that kind of thing your branding, so that's your own damn
what
fault.
kind of thing?
What?
Slathering things.
Oh.
Like what? Can you name a substance I might slather on me?
I thought you were talking about me. I was gonna
I'm
say
hope-
I didn't
I'm
make
hoping. I'm
mustard.
hoping it's not your own jizz, because that'd be a little weird.
I mean, that's like
but-
more okay than like a stranger's jeans.
I've heard it's like a decent moisturizer.
Yeah, it's hard. It dries up on your hands and it's never pleasant.
I'm
Oh.
glad you've tried.
I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say, glad we've made progress in that.
Oh come on! Like you've never,
research
you've
department.
never tried. You've never played with it.
No.
You've never
No,
felt it. You
no,
know what the
no,
consistency is.
actually,
If you're
no.
telling me you
I-
don't know what the
I
consistency is,
haven't.
you're dead.
Does it mean I've
No,
played
no,
with
no.
it, Sam?
Nobody said we haven't known the consistency. We just said we haven't played with our jizz, Sam.
Oh, no,
It's
no,
too
no.
big.
Wait, did I say that?
Yes.
You did.
Oh
say
no, no, that's disgusting. No. It's for, like jizz is for serious time only, not for playtime. Everybody knows that.
it.
Except you, evidently.
Well, okay, I misunderstood the things I said. All right.
Unbelievable.
What? I think before I speak.
It's unacceptable.
Ugh. Christ almighty, it looks like it's time. Alright, people. We're gonna throw this thing live. Welcome to episode number 9 of Podcast Simulator. I am Smatter. I am joined by Cyan.
Hi. Hello.
And P-Bat.
I'm not Chris
Hey.
this week.
You're not
Yay.
Chris this week, yeah. It's because I'm looking over at the OBS side screen and I'm like, oh, okay, I might as well say his username because I have it up there.
Oh, wow.
For
I
those,
feel so privileged.
you are privileged because you are the Lord's color. Sorry, P.
Well, I'll accept that. Yeah, I'll accept that.
Alright, that's my favorite joke to make. Like, anytime someone references a color, he's just like, oh, the Lord's color. Because it's just
Pose.
a hilarious assumption that a benevolent god would choose a color of people to make his own. Which would
These are mine. These ones are mine. You
Yeah.
guys have the other ones.
actually, in theory, that would allow people to create other gods themselves, which I guess is fine because all gods are made up.
I guess my people's god's gonna be. I'm choosing Will Smith.
Will Smith.
I'm allowed to pick. Yeah.
Oh, I have to choose Liza Minnelli then, I guess, huh?
Well, I'm just saying. I think. Yeah. You have to choose Liza Minnelli. If you don't already come under the Jesus umbrella, well, you come under the Jesus umbrella, but know,
I popped that
that's
shit
a whole
open.
different. That's a whole different
Make
story.
it rain, Jesus.
But
Oh, why do you talk like that?
We?
Yeah, Chris,
us
you're the
people.
most vile. All right, so for those of you who've never tuned in before, on this podcast, we're going to talk about video games, nonsense, stream shit. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you read the title of the podcast, you might know what's happening. If you don't, that's fine too. It just means you're a straight weeb. We're missing Fats and Lord Brando this week. Fats is MIA. He's have a little vacay. I think he might be in the chat. Although he said he would be, but who knows? Fat's delivering.
Yeah. Fats only gets delivery. He doesn't deliver.
Oh
All right,
my
boys.
god. Every night he streams.
You almost got
Don't
me to
tell him I
spit out
said
my
that,
tea.
Don't tell him I said that though. He's gonna beat me up.
I hope he gets like completely outraged in chat. And I guess Brando's probably doing the same, except he's having food prepared for him.
Yeah.
I just assume Brandon's always eating. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about today... Oh, wait, no. I don't want to talk about anything besides a guided meditation.
There you
Yeah.
go.
All right. I'm
Chris,
down.
it's yours this time.
Oh,
Chris,
Do it.
I'm closing
I
my
did
eyes.
it last time. I was forced into it.
Come on.
Close them.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so for those of you who might be in line at a coffee shop, maybe you're sitting on subway on your way back home after a long day of work. I hope that this will allow you to relax. You are in a virtual world, but this time there aren't any cubes. You're in Azeroth. Somehow you're playing World of Warcraft again, even though your wife told you that she'd leave if you did. Sam, you're interrupting my meditation.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to draw parallels to Brandon and how Kelsey won't let him play it.
This was my guided meditation, Sam.
Sorry. I need to be guided. I need to listen.
And you're in a raid, but then your friend Smatter is interrupting your raid time that he said that you could have. He was the one who brought you back for this. So you ignore him. You start fighting the boss. But the boss he's too hard for you to defeat. So you throw your keyboard on the ground. But that was Sam's keyboard. It was his computer. And he just bought that keyboard. And then he stabs you in the gut. And you wake up. And you're not relaxed at all. Because you just had a terrible nightmare about your best friend killing you.
Aww.
Why would you do that, Sam?
You made
Shout
me
out
your
to
best friend. That's the
shout-
most important part of this meditation. That was a slip. You were in you were in a very suggestive state, and that came from your subconscious. Alice.
I'm caught.
Nate, you're talking about a friend killing you. Are we talking about Smatter here? Or are we talking about Sam Pepper? Because those are two
No,
completely
don't.
different.
P-Bat, don't take this from me. Make it another Sam.
Yeah, okay, let's be real. If Sam Pepper is your best friend, you made some poor life choices.
Fair.
Wait, who is
Fair.
that?
You haven't heard of this whole thing?
Oh
No.
my goodness.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Okay, so Sam Pepper is a YouTuber whose primary thing is pranks, and I say pranks like
Very
pranks.
literally.
Oh, you got
'Cause
pranked.
he's okay. Okay, so you know how like there's always that douchebag who says that he's pranking you when he's actually just kicking you in the nuts. Well, Sam Pepper is a guy who says he's pranking you when he kidnaps you and then ties you up to a chair and fake kills your best friend in front of you.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a sick prank, yo.
Yeah.
That was a real thing that he put on YouTube.
It was disgusting.
And it wasn't completely fabricated, like every prank ever.
Well, no, because like there was two friends. One was in on it and one wasn't, and like he fake kidnapped them both, and brought them up to like a rooftop, and then of course took the mask off of like the guy who wasn't in on it, and he like pretended to shoot his best friend in the head in front of him when he wasn't in on it. He had no idea this was all fake. So like the kid thought his best friend just got shot in the head and killed in front of him,
Holy shit.
and like he
Yeah.
was like screaming and crying and like I don't understand.
Yeah, that's
so
some
stupid.
PTSD inducing stuff. Actually, like horrible.
Wow, we should have done that for a guided meditation. Should have executed our best friends.
You did.
Jesus.
You did kill me,
Well,
Sam.
fair.
I actually
Yeah, there
have
you go.
pulled a similar prank in my life. When I was a kid, I was hanging out at my friend's house, and like my mother wanted to know where I was, and she called my friend's dad, and me, my friend, and his father were all in the car, and he goes, "Here, tell her you're in a car accident." This is my friend's father, mind you. So I take the phone and I sell it to my mom. Where's Brett? I don't know. He's through the windshield. I can't feel anything, Mom. Like, and my mother starts freaking out. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Blah, 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 blah. And then, like, I went on with it for too long, and then I said I was just kidding. Well, when I came home, I didn't know all my relatives were visiting. My aunt, my grandmother, and all that. I got my ass kicked for that. So that's what
Good.
should happen to Sam Pepper. My
The-
mother
the-
should kick his ass.
The difference the difference is that you weren't a grown ass man at the time.
Exactly. You didn't
yeah.
have your full
I was 11.
thought train. Yeah, exactly. You didn't know.
And I'm
So,
pretty sure
I
you
don't
didn't
know.
put it on YouTube. I
No,
hope.
I didn't even know what that was then. So let's move on to our first item here. The biggest thing of the week, I think, that happened was this the shit with Kojima at the Game Awards. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
So for those of you who don't know, Konami's been going through some a bit of a bad breakup with Kojima, Hideo Kojima, and was not allowed to appear at the Game Awards, right? Because of some court order, some lawyer thing. We don't know exactly the details, but it was called into attention by what's his face, fucking Jeff, whatever his name is. You know,
The
the Doritos
guy
guy.
who was
Yeah.
the Dorito Gate guy. Yeah, and I think he looked nervous as shit in that video too when he said it because he knew he was pushing it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was not supposed to say anything, but he did out of respect, which I totally agree with.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone can eat a mistake like that, it's probably someone who makes lots of money off Doritos.
Yeah.
It's actually it doesn't. The sad thing is, it doesn't surprise me that Konami did this, but it's still kind of shocking that they would go to such lengths to prevent him from having anything to do with a game that is currently making them tons of money.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's scummy overall. It's like I said, yeah, like I understand, everything's really weird between them right now, but it's just I don't know. Like when somebody's like so passionate, and somebody's such like a huge name in the industry, and they've poured so much work and effort and passion into something like that, it's like the least you could do is give them that kind of, I don't know. I think it's like a pride thing.
Or I don't know. Like I said, I joked when I said it was like a bad breakup, but like just like keep it together in public for the kids. You know what I mean? Like just let him go accept his award.
Yeah.
They are fighting over who gets to take what assets where, so it is actually a bad divorce.
And the kids only want to hang out with dad.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it is. Oh my god.
Mama Konami only wants to go play pachinko.
God.
But this is just like one of many mistakes Konami is perceived to be making. Again, like I'm cautious to just believe.
Yeah, of course.
Because we don't have any facts, and if there's anything legal involved, we're not going to see it for months anyway. And this is fucking Japanese law, so who knows when or what the fuck that entails. Probably fucking noodles or something.
Mm-hmm. but
Did you
but
just,
no.
did you just affirm that?
Well,
You're just like
was-
very
you were,
serious.
you were going on a tangent, and I was like, well, yeah, okay,
Ah.
better.
But they're like closing their borders, if you will. They're moving into mobile games. They are throwing away the legacy that they've had.
Not even mobile games, really. The running joke is that they want to make pachinko machines, which sounds hilarious, except that they've actually filed like 10 new patents for pachinko machines with like old video game branding instead of like video game patents.
But like,
I'm like,
So-
where
look at
are
any
these
company.
located? Are these located in Japan?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Japan,
in those
Konami does.
noodle arcades.
Are pachinko machines like really big over there? Because like,
Yeah, they're huge.
Oh.
It's like if you're a massive weeb like I am. In anime, they're always making fun of like some old guy who spends all of his time losing money at the pachinko parlor.
Wait, so what is pachinko exactly?
it's like you know the little, it's like the huge thing. Think of like a kind of a pinball machine, but like it just has those little pegs, and you drop a thing in it, and it bounces. off the
Oh,
pegs and
yeah,
has
yeah.
the-
It bounces down. Did you fucking watch that shit fly? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just no different than what's happening in this country. Old people going gambling money away.
Except usually you don't have a company with some of gaming's biggest franchises underneath its belt saying, you know what, we don't want to make this extremely successful franchise anymore. We'd rather fire the producer of all of these excellent games and make pachinko machines.
As sad as it sounds, they have no like loyalty to their customers. It's like to their shareholders only. That's the sad thing about being a business. They have to do whatever is best for business. And if they're making bank off pachinko machines because they got the best patents or the best designs,
Yeah, and I guess another thing is like, how much cheaper is it to make a pachinko machine in comparison to, like, how much cheaper would it be for them to make a Metal Gear pachinko machine, opposed to Metal Gear Solid 5? You know what I mean?
It's true.
Like,
yeah.
it's a lot cheaper.
And
That is true.
rumors are surrounding the Metal Gear Solid 5 production, and that Kojima went way over schedule, which we do know is true, that the budget was crazy high. I haven't yet finished the game. I'm near the end, and I'm told it's incomplete somewhat.
The final mission is missing. Yeah.
Ugh. That makes me all kinds of sick. But so maybe Kojima overstayed his welcome as well. You know,
He definitely did. Yeah.
I can't wait for more facts to come to light because I'm like super disappointed. Like I don't think the Metal Gear franchise will die. I do think it'll become a fucking patchwork of what it once was.
Who cares about Metal Gear? The biggest loss from this is Silent Hills. At least Metal Gear 5 came out, but
True.
Silent Hills is never going to come out now, and that game was going to be crazy.
I don't know. That's one of those games you play once and you never touch it again, though. Like I don't think that's as big a loss as Metal Gear.
But Metal
I
Gear came
guess.
out. Metal Gear actually came out. Metal Gear 5, we
Oh,
already
well.
have it.
I haven't beaten it, so I guess to me it hasn't come out.
I don't know how that logic works, but you know,
It's
I'll
you
go with
own
it.
the game.
Well, I'm saying like I mean, I know Silent Hill is like a staple of the horror / adventure genre.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know.
Did you-
we could live without it.
You didn't play PT, did you? Like
No.
the teaser for it?
I
Okay.
played PT. PT was great.
PT was the playable teaser for Silent Hills. It was kind of like a preview of what it could do. And I don't really get scared by horror games. And not even playing it. I was watching the IGN playthrough of it in a brightly lit room during the day, and I had to frequently pause it and like take a break because it was that well crafted.
Oh yeah.
So
But like that's like everything Kojima touches. It's just well crafted. Like he puts so much time and effort into what he does, which is why Konami got so pissed because like he was going way over schedule because this money wasn't coming out of his pocket. He was getting paid salary, so he could just keep delaying the game and keep getting paid more and more, but putting Konami in debt. But it's
Maybe
only
that's
because
what
he
it was.
wanted. I mean, that's mainly what it was from what we know. But you know, he was doing it because he wanted to make Metal Gear 5 like the best possible game he could. And like, of course, you can't blame him for that. But I guess he doesn't really have a very good business sense, maybe, because they're just losing way too much money.
I
off that.
only know story. I only know characterization. I do not know business.
and
probably-
and characters with big boobs and not much
I
clothes.
only know bigger boob. You know pachinko. That's what I imagine he sounds like.
That's what the whole conversation was in court.
So I want to get back to Silent Hill for a second. I don't like horror games. I can't do horror movies. I'm a little child in that regard. If I step on my cat's tail, I freak out. I do not like being startled.
Well, I think and this is probably the biggest issue most people have with a lot of horror stuff, is that it doesn't actually like scare you, it just surprises you.
Yeah.
You know, jump scares. One of the best horror games to come out recently, at least in my opinion, is actually probably Five Nights at Freddy's 4, which makes everyone go, ugh, because the first three are just straight jump scares.
Yeah.
But the fourth one, the main difference is that instead of the jump scares being like either random or triggered by like passive failure where you just didn't do the right things in the right order, in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, you cause the jump scare to happen specifically when you do a specific action at the wrong time. So it's triggered by your action as opposed to inaction. So it causes a big difference in the way that your anxiety comes up. So instead of having anxiety about like, oh man, I just didn't do all the right things to keep all the animatronics away, in 4 it's, oh crap, I have to go up to this door and flash this flashlight out there to scare it away. But if I don't pause for long enough to listen for its breathing and I shine the flashlight straight into its face, it's going to kill me. So I think he did that one really, really well, actually. But for the most part, most horror games are just like, oh, I walked around a corner, ooga booga, right in your face.
Yeah.
So why is it that horror games are so popular?
Well, because people like, it's the same reason horror movies are so popular. People like getting the shit scared out of them for some reason. And even more so with the introduction of things like Twitch and YouTube, what people enjoy more than getting the shit scared out of them is watching other people get the shit scared out of them.
Sharing that
absolutely.
terror.
So like that's and that's where it's such a big thing too, is that even the people who don't necessarily like horror games will probably still enjoy watching people play horror games because they like to see somebody else kind of have that experience of them getting the shit scared out of them. But yeah.
I don't want to sound like a supervillain when I say this, but I think fear really does bring people together because it's just like a primal thing. It's the reason why, as a species, we're still alive. That like sense of dread has like made us outlast our predators. We don't have any natural predators. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just like that feeling, that adrenaline. I don't know. I can't do it. I hate it. I don't like jump scares. I could do horror. I could do interesting stuff. Like I could do Amnesia probably because Amnesia has like a story.
Yeah.
It has spooky jump scares, which I'm not about to fuck with.
Yeah. See, to me, like I don't like them.
Didn't have that many jump scares. I mean, I went through it, and to be fair, most horror games like just don't do anything for me. But the game didn't really have that many jump scares. It was actually pretty good in that regard.
Yeah, Amnesia wasn't too bad. Same with Outlast. There wasn't too many jump scares in Outlast. It was more of the experience thing. But I'm in the same boat. Like I don't really like horror games, but not for the same reason. I don't like horror games and horror movies because I usually find I can't get scared by them because I can't immerse myself. Like I know it's a video game, I know it's a movie, and I know I'm in no sense of danger. So like it's hard for me to immerse myself in that and really enjoy it the way it's supposed to be enjoyed. So
that's my same issue. So many games and horror movies have such like specific settings that to actually make you like afraid would be very difficult because it's like, okay, but I'm not the descendant of a long race of puppeteers that then created the puppets that killed them. Like that's not me. I have no reason to be scared of this movie.
Is that the plot of Five Nights at Freddy's?
No, that's not the plot of Five Nights at Freddy's. Some horror movie that I watched with Alice ages ago.
Oh, okay. I just can't do it. I know why. I just can't do it. Like you can't pay me enough money to play a horror game on stream. I just won't.
So you're that scared?
Yeah, I just don't like. Why would I pay to like be scared? You know what I mean?
I mean that's a shame because you get mad views for that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Markiplier's channel has gone absolutely insane since he started like putting a lot of horror stuff on it.
I've already had stomach problems, fucking shitting everywhere. I don't need to do it in my chair.
Oh, thank you for the information. I'm not eating after this podcast anymore.
You're still gonna eat.
I am.
P-Bad eat.
No matter what happens, you still eat.
You calling me fat? Is that a fat joke?
No.
Listen.
Fats is the
Fats
fat
isn't
joke.
here.
Okay, fair.
Let's move on to our next item here. Final Fantasy VII Remake, we got footage yesterday.
I didn't see it because I don't play Final Fantasy. But
Cool. I have not played 7 either.
Okay, so I guess I'm the only one
Yeah,
who's
take it,
qualified to
Chris.
talk about
Take
this.
the reins.
Okay, so Final Fantasy VII, the original battle system was active time battle, so like mostly kind of turn-based, except that the turns don't come up sequentially. It's based on like a bar that fills up that is randomized. So you don't like every single time you do a battle, you're not always going to have your characters going in the same order. However, in the remake, the battle system is Kingdom Hearts. So there has been a lot of joy/hatred for that decision.
Yeah.
Because some people are like, oh no, my nostalgia. How could they remake a game and change it? And other people are like, yeah, it's Kingdom Hearts 3, but it's Final Fantasy 7 at the same time.
I mean, both the
I'm not-
encounters remain mostly intact. Doesn't like working with a more advanced battle system that they know have tried and proved. Like, isn't that more exciting? Doesn't it let them do more content with it and do more interesting things than straight up turn based?
I mean, I don't know how they're going to design it. Part of the whole thing with Final Fantasy bosses is that a lot of them tend to be like significantly larger than the characters. And Cloud in Advent Children, I guess he's jumping and flying around, but in the games he never really did that kind of stuff. So I think that there's a fear that they're trying to make it more like Kingdom Hearts, which is kind of not as I want to say not as realistic as Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy has gun swords and fire and dragons and shit.
Mhm.
But I don't know. People wanted it, I think, to just be the original game with updated graphics. And Square's like, there's really no reason for us to do that. We're gonna make something, or at least something they think is better.
Exactly, that makes
So-
sense though.
But that's
Is it
the
not?
people are scared. People are scared it won't be better. That's their concern. They're scared that it won't be better. Like people who don't like the Kingdom Hearts series, for example, are like, oh well, now I don't want to play this remake.
I
And
mean,
it's understandable to a degree. But you know, I feel like there's kind of like a level there. I think like the true fans of the series are of course gonna just, you know, dive into that regardless of what they make. And I
It's
don't know, it's
Advent,
weird.
it's Advent Children, the video game. Of course, people are gonna buy the hell out of that game.
I'm saying, like,
Square-
why would you want the exact same thing?
I
That's
mean,
true.
that's the whole. How many copies has Nintendo sold of games on Virtual Console? Come on now, so many people want the exact same
But they
thing.
barely touch them up. I'm just saying, like, if like this is quite a leap in technology. This is a Hail Mary. Final Fantasy VII, in its original form, looked like my fucking toilet paper after I wipe my ass, and now it's now it's gonna look like, you know, the food I ate before I went to the bathroom.
Fair. Yeah. I guess it's like
That was a good metaphor.
it was a good metaphor actually.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's I feel like just because of how old Final Fantasy, I mean, it's not like the oldest thing ever, but like it's like if they were to remake Super Mario 64 for like, you know, next, which by the way, that needs to happen.
They did
Alright.
that already.
No,
on the
not on
DS.
DS.
Oh wait,
not on
yo,
DS.
you mean like a
I'm talking
full-fledged-
about an HD, like think of like a modern day 3D Mario game, but like Super Mario 64.
Is it
But,
Mario
like,
Galaxy in every way better and the same thing?
I wouldn't
No.
say better. No,
No.
it's entirely different.
They went
it's
in a
not bad.
different. They went in a different direction with Galaxy after the first one. Like Galaxy 2 is very like linear and contained as compared to like the original roots of the 3D Marios, like Sunshine and 64, where the levels have other things for you to do besides your objective. So
Yeah, they're very open. You can do what you want. But that's like them making a remake of Super Mario 64 and just not adding anything. If it was just like complete retexture, if they were to do something like that, they definitely add, you know, some more kind of levels or content or secrets or anything like that.
I'm
Probably
saying
not entire
you're
levels,
playing
but
for
like,
the nostalgia, though. You're not playing to do exactly what you did a second time.
exactly.
So they have to
Exactly.
incentivize it. They have to incentivize that purchase because you know they're going to charge $30 to $40 for this.
30 to 40. Have you
Probably-
seen the textures in that game?
probably
That
full
game is
price.
going to be $60.
Wait,
Yeah,
really? You
probably
think
full,
so?
probably full price.
Yeah, you're probably right. Fuck, man.
Graphic artists are like that kind of rendering. The kind of rendering they're doing is what costs the big bucks. It's
Ugh.
Industrial Light and Magic shit right there.
I
They're
would-
making Star Wars the video game.
Do we have an approximate release date?
No.
Is it like Oh, they
somewhere,
just
but
showed the
somewhere between now and the year 2030. I would say.
trailer. Fuck that.
Sometime.
I mean, it might be. Who knows? It might actually be before Final Fantasy 15 at this rate. But
I wouldn't be surprised actually. I would honestly say it's probably gonna come out before 15.
Is 15 the one with the dudes in the car?
Yeah.
yes,
Oh yeah, that fucking Final Fantasy road trip.
Final Fantasy Road Trip.
Road trip. Let's stop here. They have my favorite fucking bar.
every time I think of that game, I just think of that scene from Zoolander, where the one where him and all of his male model friends are driving around drinking Starbucks, and then they blow up the gas station.
Yeah.
Station, yeah.
Oh my god. Final Fantasy cars.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess like I do like turn-based combat. I can see why people get their knickers in a twist over like losing the turn-based stuff because like
Yeah.
but turn-based combat is fun, but it's like dated. We've done so much more with games that I feel
Yeah.
like we're so past it. Anyone who truly wants that is probably just bitter.
No, I really like turn-based combat, and I wouldn't say I'm bitter.
But like,
I
there's so many
all
innovative
forms of-
turn-based combat.
Yeah,
So-
yeah,
There's so much more that's been done with that formula.
yeah. Of course, like Undertale is a good example.
Never
I
played it.
suppose
You
It's
should.
fun.
It's
fun,
it's very fun, and
It's
it's
short,
also a
right?
great story.
It's
Yeah,
very it's short. You can beat it in a stream. It's at most 10 hours if you're like dwindling and
Or start
Yeah,
slowly.
going through all the extra content.
yeah.
I think another element of concern, though, and if you watch like footage of the original game as compared to footage of the gameplay in the trailer, is that they are drastically changing like the level routes, the way that you interact with the world as a result of the fact that the combat's happening in real time, like in the same world as compared to the way that Final Fantasy always worked prior to Final Fantasy 12, which is where you'd run into an enemy and it would take you to a separate interface and like it would be separated from the exploration area. So that's another concern that people have, is that because the high texture, great looking games that they made in that vein prior have been very, very linear. Final Fantasy 13 was very linear, basically no exploration. So that's another, I think that's a legitimate concern that people have, is that they might skimp on aspects of old Final Fantasies that people really liked, such as the world exploration, in favor of making the game look pretty. But hard to say until the game comes out. We've only gotten like 30 to 40 seconds of actual gameplay footage.
Yeah,
So
we'll all be dead before
Yeah.
we know. It's a shame. So we also want to talk about something else here today. Project M is fucking done.
Yeah, I think people are I mean, people are under the assumption, I don't think there's any official news, and I'm just going off this because I barely ever touched Project M, but people are going off the assumption that there was some form of legal action in the
Like a cease and
background, like
desist.
yeah, there was something coming, like it never
it never
was a,
happened.
yeah, but they had word. I think people are feeling that they had word that something might be happening, so they dropped it to avoid that altogether, which is
That-
smart.
Oh yeah, absolutely smart. I think
It's not
too,
worth their lives or their careers.
this year Nintendo has been making a larger push into the monetization scene. You had that really weird YouTube program come out at the beginning of the year where you can submit your videos to them and they won't take all of your money.
Which, by the
yeah,
way,
that
is
shit.
garbage.
That's
Yeah,
so
it's
garbage.
evil.
No, it's garbage because they're still giving you like not even close to the cut that you should be getting, which is
Oh, no.
all of it, and they should be getting none of it.
Every month, there's not a single month I have gotten more than 10 cents
What?
from my Nintendo videos, and that was like a month's
Wait,
worth of like a bunch of
really?
Zelda games. Yeah,
Wow.
last month I got
Zelda
4
month.
cents.
How does
I got-
Game Grumps make any money at all?
I don't
They're
know.
like the most popular in their genre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know. They undercut you a lot. I got 4 cents for
Yeah, so-
last month.
That's
They've been
actually
making-
madness. Like how many views?
I don't know how many views, but I know it was more than 4 cents worth of views
I mean,
for sure.
the CPM is like $1 per 1,000 monetized views or something at the lowest. So at least you should have gotten
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's not good.
I mean, I get it. Like more and more, the companies are trying to lock down their own product,
Mhm.
but at the same
But
time,
that's-
it stifles the community creations.
But
course.
in that exact vein, as Nintendo has been making a push more into YouTube and Twitch, that's where this sort of thing has been coming from, because they don't want an off-brand representation of their IP on Twitch and YouTube anymore. There was a huge bit of drama actually last month with Gimmer, Video Game Boot Camp.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Gimmer
know.
taking down all of the Project M VODs, all of them.
Mhm.
They just like vanished from his channel overnight.
Interesting.
Twitch has been telling people who stream PM that they can't stream PM. So
Really?
yeah,
I didn't hear about that.
yeah, that's why
Ooh,
PM has
gag
basically
order.
not been on Twitch. It's been on Hitbox mostly.
Huh.
So they have been in the process of like putting
Wipe-
it down
Yeah.
over time. I guess hoping that maybe it would go away on its own. And so it wouldn't surprise me if someone who was maybe doing something on Twitch or Hitbox got a C&D and said, "Hey, look, they're starting to C&D people. You might want to, get out of here."
Or even worse,
Or they sue
Amazon
you.
made some deals with Nintendo or something. That went down to Twitch, and they said, no, we're not going to promote this. Which is
So
kind of
I-
scary.
I want to say this though: Project M was, and will always be an against copyright law
Mhm.
representation of Brawl. Like it was never actually allowed to happen to begin with.
Yeah,
and the
of
fact
course.
that Nintendo didn't cease and desist that from the beginning is still shocking to me.
Well,
Yeah.
because once they realized there was a community for this, so they could monetize online and tournaments and stuff, then they decided, well, we better get a piece of that pie. Let me take 20 cents for every 4 P-bats.
No, there was something I feel like happened recently. I don't know if you guys, I can't think of what it was specifically. It was a certain game. There was some sort of modders for a game. Oh, I think it was GTA 5. Yeah, it was GTA 5. There was modders for GTA 5, which they made a mod which allowed people with pirated copies of Grand Theft Auto 5 to play online. And apparently Rockstar had sent 2 agents to these modders' house. Like they're just like
What?
young kids apparently.
Good lord.
Like maybe like around 18 to 20 years old. But apparently Rockstar had sent 2 agents to that person's house to kind of try and like intimidate them to stop making
lord.
the mod. So like I don't know, people are I guess companies are just really starting to get their shit together and not want people to like fuck around with that kind of stuff. But I don't know, man. It's scary, really.
Yeah,
like,
isn't it a scary thing that like companies are doing whatever they can to protect their? I mean, okay, makes sense. Yes, what I'm saying sounds like a crazy thing, but they're just locking down so hard on their property that it stifles the community. And this is like a larger problem of the internet, especially when we move into net neutrality domain. And maybe we'll do an episode on that later because we can go on forever about that. But it's the kind of thing that, like, I've made fun of. That, like, I think a symptom of this forthcoming problem is like that everything is a subscription model.
hmm.
They want you on their system doing your thing. That's why all like Origin came about.
Yeah.
Even though it's got fucking 15 games for every 3,000 Steam has. It's
Don't get me started on
like
Origin.
the BattleNet launcher even is kind of shit. Like for 5 games. I remember when the BattleNet launcher existed, it was just fucking WoW and StarCraft. It was like, what am I doing?
They wanted to have they already had like the World of Warcraft launcher. I kind of understand where the WoW launcher comes from, though I have no idea why they don't also offer Steam integration at this point in time. But it's Blizzard. They're Blizzard.
Could be Valve too, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
Um,
But Valve likes money too much. Valve would let anyone on their platform for $1.
Someone in the chat, OllyMac80 says, if you go to the Project M website, you can actually see a statement in which they say the game is, quote, the reason it's down is, quote, them being done with the game.
Yeah, I mean that
There
sounds
was-
like something they would say.
That's a
but,
gag
you know.
order.
Okay, so the statement, it came up at like 10:30 p.m. on a Thursday night, and then the entire community just completely went apeshit. The Project Melee community went crazy and cannibalized itself, and everyone was demanding answers from the Project Melee dev team and also the lawyer that they put as the only contact information for the game going forwards. The running theory at first was that yes, it was a C&D, though the lawyer and all of them were pretty clear that it wasn't, but they kept hinting at the fact that, well, we just want it to stay that way. We don't want to get sued. We want to make sure that they don't send a C&D. So I'm pretty sure that Nintendo was getting ready to, take a giant poop on the head.
I have some other breaking news on something we talked about already. Holy shit, what is this?
Yeah, and it seems pretty massive.
Yeah. And this was... Oh my god, this was just 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. Square Enix has revealed that the Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be episodic.
Oh no, Square, no. Square.
Baby! They're
Life
fucking
is strange.
hooking our wallets. That's...
Wait, P-Bat, are you reading the article? Because
Yeah,
that is the joke they make in the first line.
Wait. Oh,
I
wow.
like how the article itself has 1 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, we're looking at the Game Informer article, and the first line says, apparently, life is strange.
Oh god, I can't believe that they're going this route. But then again, I
Depends on
can.
how long it is, to be honest. If it's a
It doesn't-
full-length game, I want, like, bonus bosses and all that bullshit.
Okay, here's the
Yeah.
thing. Here's the thing, though, Sam. You and P-Bat don't play Square Enix stuff, but Square Enix's monetization strategy is very clear through their mobile games.
Oh, yeah.
And
What's that one mobile game where it's, like, $20 for a character? It's like
that was All the Bravest, I think.
Yeah,
Final
something like
Fantasy
that.
All the
Yeah,
Bravest. Where
oh,
the
God.
total complete cost of All the Bravest was like $580 if you want to have every character.
Christ almighty.
God.
So I am very concerned about this episodic Final Fantasy VII because I feel like it's gonna be like, yep, it's gonna be $30 for each of our 10 installments.
Yeah. Oh shit. And I wonder if it's going to be a periodic thing or if it's like all episodes are going to be.
No,
I
the
would
periodic
assume,
thing
yeah.
was Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm just-
get it?
oh,
Female
stop.
protagonists? Come on. Let me get one
I
period
didn't
joke.
get it. I didn't get it at first, and then I got it.
Yeah, that's right. Just like a period.
Oh my god. All right, that one was good. You know, usually when you stick to a joke, it's just not funny anymore. That was pretty decent.
Yeah, you just
That
got
was-
double period, P.
I'll give you that one. That was pretty good. Oh, now I'm sick.
What were you gonna say before you
I don't remember.
before
I've
the
lost
moon
it.
rose and you swelled up?
I've lost it. It's gone now. It's gone. Just let it die.
Ugh. Sorry for the period joke. Sorry for all the ladies out there listening. It's nothing to joke about. Just kidding. It's very funny. Like it's always funny. So
Wow, episodic Final Fantasy. Wow, Square has jumped actually every shark now. I wonder I actually have to genuinely wonder if the main characters are all going to be DLC content. It's like, here, you can buy this episode, but it's only going to be Cloud unless you
Oh,
pay
you
an
know
extra
what?
$5 for Yuffie.
bet they would do like paid side quest content for characters. Like
It makes
absolutely.
sense.
Ugh.
Stop. Don't give them ideas, please. Sam, stop talking.
Square Enix, if you're listening,
Send us t-shirts.
send us some shirts. Yeah.
But I really hope it's not just like some sort of like, the whole game is there, but they only unlock like certain checkpoints behind like a paywall. So like next month we'll release this portion of the game.
You know,
But I don't know.
the problem with episodic installments is that like there's never a timeline.
Hmm.
It's bullshit. It fucking makes me furious to have to wait.
Well, Chris, you said you played Final Fantasy VII, right?
Yeah.
Was it like open world? Like, could you backtrack?
Yeah, they're
To
fucking
a certain
chests under
degree, yeah. I
stairs
mean,
and shit.
in every JRPG, there's always like points of no return, where once you get to a certain point, like parts of the game will become unaccessible. But
Yeah, but, like,
for the large part, once you get through the prologue, yeah, there's an open world for you to like go around and backtrack and you know.
Because like that's what I was wondering is like if it's an episodic kind of thing, like what if you like reach like say episode 5, like could you not go back?
Oh God,
to...
you're.
You know what I mean? Like-
Confirmed a fear I think a lot of people had now is that I guess this indicates that yeah, they're moving away from the explorative format and they're going more linear, which is definitely not something people are gonna like. That's gonna be
Yeah.
something that makes people mad.
So, like that's the thing about RPGs is you know you have this huge world. That's the point, and like the world won't feel that big if you're locked into a tiny area for that episode. It
Final
seems kinda
Fantasy
weird.
13,
Oh, I hadn't played it, so
riding on a monorail.
This is just like the death knells of like the
every
fucking-
company.
Yeah, no, of the gaming industry. There's like this
Well,
type of shit.
of the Japanese gaming industry, the Japanese gaming industry has. I mean, look at the major
Fuck
all
you!
the major
We
players.
do microtransaction! You not accept the word, you accept it. Downloadable content.
Oh my god.
Sam, I swear.
Kojima,
Oh.
you stay here. Say you're on vacation.
I feel like there's a line and we've jogged right past it. God damn.
Yeah, we took the bullet train over that line. It's gone. It's behind us.
In the horizon.
I mean, everyone always says the sky is falling with the industry and these microtransactions, subscriptions, nonsense. The sad thing is that it's proven to work. Like,
Yeah.
you talk about that, like, mobile Final Fantasy game that's got $500 worth of content.
It's proven to work to a degree, though. I want to say to a degree because these Japanese companies that are trying to move in this path are not succeeding in the West with it. There's a reason that Konami doesn't want to make AAA games anymore. There's a reason that that Nintendo's content model is not making them much money or selling them many consoles anymore. For the most part, these companies are too slow to adapt to these models, and they interpret them in the worst way possible. Case in point, episodic Final Fantasy VII.
Well, I mean, think about it this way: like, if you were a kid, right? Like, okay, you tell your parents the game is $20, right? And then for
Yeah.
the season pass, it's another 15. You know what I mean? Like, those requests for funds are made at different times because you don't need to buy it up front, so they're sucking more out of you over time.
Mm.
Which means they're guaranteeing you're playing their game more, and
Yeah, no.
thus more exposure to their pay model.
I mean, we talked about this. We talked about this a bit last week too, where they want you to constantly be feeding into their company, which is good for the company. And if they're producing quality content, it's good all around. However, having a complete game where you pay $20 per character is not a good model. And unfortunately, it looks like they're developing Final Fantasy VII now in a way that goes against the nostalgia factor that people actually wanted them to make an HD remake for, which is that they just wanted to look at a prettier version of the game where, you know, everyone doesn't have circle hands. So, I don't know.
You want the no more circle hands? We give you no more circle hands, and you give us all of your money. That was me
Sam.
cutting a sword through myself.
This is nothing that happens.
That's what they want. They want us to suffer an honorable death.
Shout outs to Lats and Chat in before paid limit breaks.
Oh
Oh.
my god. Yeah, that would actually make me put a sword through myself.
You want to summon Bahamut? $5.
Oh,
She was only 3 though. We know you don't want to use her.
and you know it's only once a week, right? Like you have to pay for chargers or some shit. Or fucking
Sam,
crystals.
Sam,
They fucking
stop.
love crystals. Square Enix, if you're listening, stop listening! Stop! No more ideas!
Don't send
No,
us any
no listen,
t-shirts.
no, we're stupid! Don't listen to this! I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry anyone who might be a little bit Japanese or
You can't look back at the line now. You can't even see the line
Yeah.
anymore, Smatter. It's gone. Don't
No,
try and look back.
We're
Just
looping.
accept it.
We've gone far enough that we're coming up on it again. We're gonna cross it a second time.
Guys, I don't understand. Like we've crossed the line many episodes ago. I would say 8 episodes ago.
Why do you always say we? Like we've done it. You
I don't know
crossed
about
the
us.
line
You
many
crossed
You're
the
on this
line,
boat.
man.
We're on a ship, man. This train has no brakes.
Can we? Oh,
What? Can we what?
can we get some breaks? Maybe drop an anchor.
For
was gonna
brakes,
say,
$15. $15 for brakes. 5 for train whistle. And then like maybe 20 for a fun conductor hat.
Donate $5. We'll send you a T-shirt with a picture of brakes on it.
Close enough. Better
Just
than
says-
nothing.
Breaker! Breaker!
And there we go. There, we crossed it again.
That's not offensive. That's just like it's a representation of a joke.
Okay.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
that's what
Like,
makes you feel better, then yeah.
it's like
sure.
a funny way to represent what people perceive people who speak Japanese sound like.
Grandma, $20 if you want to play the game in English.
You think you have trouble understanding me? $15. All right. Before I get assassinated by ninjas or whatever.
Jesus Christ.
And the line's gone again.
All right.
Full circle.
I think that's enough true, serious, excellent content for this week, guys.
Okay.
So we should move on to something a little bit less serious. We need a hypothetical to wrap this one up. Chris, I'm throwing it on you, man. No
I
breaks.
did the hypothetical last week.
Did you?
No, Brandon did it last
Nice
week.
try.
I
Nice
lied.
try. You
I
fooled
absolutely
me
lied.
once. I can't.
Okay, so seeing as nostalgia, nostalgia was the thing. Now, if you could forget that you ever played your favorite video game ever, and so you get to play it for the first time, but that's the only time you ever get to play it again, would you? And what game before?
Wait, okay. Are you asking us what our favorite game is, or are you asking what game we would like to go fresh?
Okay, no. If you could go fresh on your favorite game, but that time you played it fresh would be the only time you ever get to play it again, would you? And what game?
Ooh. that's tough.
I'll answer this one.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do it again because my favorite game was probably Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh my god! Don't show the tattoo.
Stop!
I actually just threw up in my mouth.
No. It's for like more personal reasons that we won't get into. But like it's
What
I think,
personal reasons?
Now I have to know.
I no. It's just
Give us the short version.
it's just
Come on, gotta go fast.
No, we're gonna skip that.
Gotta go fast, Pete.
We're gonna skip that. But because I'd say honestly, the first time I played it wasn't my favorite time. You know what I mean? Like I've played it multiple times, but I'd say like the first time I played it wasn't probably my favorite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
I think it was.
I understand.
Another
Okay,
time.
that's fair.
So.
See, the thing is, I don't want to say the game that I would like to like get fresh eyes on is my favorite, but there would be like it'd be a fun experience. So can I bend this?
Bend it how though? Like
I think I'm saying like I would love to play Mass Effect 2 again, not knowing anything, right? But it's not my favorite game.
oh
Okay.
well, okay. I understand
Is that fair?
I mean, I guess that's
supposed to be your
fair. I guess
favorite
that's
game, but,
fair.
What?
Sam.
What? I'm saying like, and then never be able to play it again. Oh damn! Like, see, there's like 3 things you're asking in this question, and all of them could be interesting hypotheticals, or just questions.
You said that I could have a hypothetical, and so I gave you a hypothetical. Why you gotta criticize everything I do all the time, Sam? Why you gotta do this to me?
All right, you're right. It is hypothetical. So the answer is no. Then the answer is it's a yes or no hypothetical. Then right? I'm misunderstanding.
Yeah, it's a yes or no hypothetical,
Okay,
but I also want to know what your favorite game is.
No, I would not do it. And if I were to pick a favorite game,
He just doesn't want to say Just Dance because like that's obviously his favorite game.
Yeah, you got me. I'm just gonna dance. No, I don't even. I couldn't tell you what my favorite game is. To be completely honest.
There's nothing you can think of off the top of your head that you're just.
I'm
like,
saying
you
like
know,
all my
that
games
game.
that have been like my favorite games have like been multiplayer games.
That's fine.
Like you think about the time I put into WoW and TF2.
Oh, okay.
Like that's what I mean. Like fresh eyes. Like, eh.
Level 1, yeah.
I
okay,
just
get you.
fucking then I become worse
I
at
mean,
the game.
to be fair, the first time I played World of Warcraft before I was a min-maxer, like I was just finishing up 8th grade and I was playing it for the first time. That is the kind of like magic and stuff you're never gonna get back.
Right.
So,
Okay. That's fair.
Like I actually might do that just because also then not being able to play Warcraft again would be better for the rest of my life.
Set
Might
me
get
free.
more done.
Ugh, the shackles fade away from your hands. Goodbye, Azeroth. And you're gone. All right, that's gonna wrap things up for a show here this week. We'll be back next week, hopefully with Brandon. And others.
And
Fats will be back.
Fats is supposed to be back, yeah.
He'll be back from his Fats World Tour. We'll bring you more shit. If you are listening to this on iTunes, rate and review, please. Nah, or don't.
Send us t-shirts.
Yeah, send us t-shirts. If you're listening from iTunes, review some t-shirts. You can follow me at Twitter at JuiceMatter. You can follow. You guys didn't detect it, like you thought I misspoke, but I was making a joke. I can see both of your faces. You can follow me on Twitter at JuiceMatter. You can follow Chris at JuiceCyan, and you can follow PayBat at PaperBatVG. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you all the people. Thank you for the Japanese friends listening. On
Oh my god, the line
chat.
is...
My
there it
God,
goes.
Matter.
There
Thank
it
you.
goes.